to Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson makes someone miss. Garrett Wilson's loose to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Breece Hall cuts up the middle. Breece Hall's loose. Breece Hall's gone. Breece Hall is gone. He walks into the end zone. Josh Allen fires it over the middle. Intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks off Allen. Sauce Gardner, let's go. The rookie picks off Josh Allen. Win it. Get ball. Oh my God. Drops back to pass. He fires it over the middle. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson. The New York Jets tie the football game. The rookie. The Jets win. The Jets win. Ashton Davis. Ice the game. Let's go. Handoff Quinton Williams with the tackle for loss. That's a loss of 5 yards. Josh Allen is going to fire up a bomb. Josh Allen. Sauce Gardner's there for the game winner. The New York Jets beat the Buffalo Bills and improved to 6-3 on the year. Sauce Gardner.
That's how we get on the ball, boy. Yeah.
Yo, Jets Nation, we got some updated reports to talk about. Jeremy Fowler from ESPN is right now on Spaces of the Great U Stadium, and we got some quotes from Jeremy Fowler, and he is going to give us an update. All right, so let's get right into it. He had a lot of things to say, and shout out to U Stadium on Twitter. He had Jeremy Fowler on his Spaces. It was a great space to be a part of. And I was listening to it, and honestly still could be going on right now. But Jeremy Fowler had a lot of things to say, and we got it all right here. So we'll start off with the first one. Jeremy says it's fluid, but the sense is the Jets and Packers gets the deal done, says could be multiple players involved. And he also said that the players involved could be Packers players, not Jets players. That's something to keep in mind. Fowler also said that the Rodgers and Jets situation, that the money is the biggest roadblock. The money is the biggest roadblock, so that's definitely something to keep in mind as well. He also said that Green Bay hasn't been very flexible with the money, and it takes time. That makes sense why we're sitting here waiting. Fowler also said from the calls he's made, there's mutual interest between Rodgers and the Jets. We already heard that last Monday from Trey Wingo, so that's just another confirmation that Rodgers is open to come here. And then lastly, he said, I don't get the sense a lot of picks will be involved. Mentioned a second and change. Woo! All right, so that's the update from Jeremy Fowler. Again, shout out to U Stadium for hosting the Spaces, and he is live right now on the Twitter Space. So we have to wait and see when this freaking Aaron Rodgers situation is going to get announced, but I think this is some interesting updated news that we need to talk about, because if the money is the biggest roadblock, that means it's happening, because they're just working out the finances. That's what it tells me. If you're telling me that the money is the biggest thing that they're trying to get through, well, that tells me it's going to happen, because it takes time to work out the finances. It takes time to figure out when, all the certain little financial aspects, right? It takes time. And that's okay. And that's okay, because that means it's going to happen. Guys, if you're just tuning into the show, do me a gigantic favor and smash that like button right now on your way into the show. We appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. Hope you guys are having a fantastic night. But this is the latest update that we're seeing. And I think that it's definitely intriguing that we hear this, because in other news, Breece Hall, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson have been live on Twitch for like 2 hours, and they've been having a ball together. They've been having some nice little nuggets. But we'll see, man. So there's probably going to be some other news that Jeremy Fowler says, but we'll be live here to talk about it. And I think that the Jets are going to land Aaron Rodgers very soon. And I think tomorrow could be the day. It felt like today would be the day, But now we hear that they're working out the last minute financial aspects of it. Yeah, it could be tomorrow, man. Why do I feel like I'm going to wake up to it at like 7 in the morning or something? I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but it could very well happen tomorrow. And it's really, we've come a long way, Jets fans. It's been a long week because think about it from this way. Monday was the day where we found out that Rodgers, well, no, let's start off with Derek Carr, right? We found out Derek Carr is going to the Saints. Okay, that's when we're all like, all right, that's Aaron Rodgers a bust. And then later that night, at midnight, we got the report from Trey Wingo saying that Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are getting serious and Rodgers is open to the idea and they were talking to each other. That was the first time we heard that. And then Tuesday, we're like, whoa, the Jets and the Aaron Rodgers are talking even more. And then we get the report, oh, wait, the Jets are flying out to California to meet the man in person. And then we get the video of Woody Johnson and all of them leaving the meeting. And then it's been a sit and waiting process from Aaron Rodgers. So it's been a long week for Jets fans to follow this situation. But now we're in the final stretch. And I think that the thing that's holding this up seems to be the financial issues. Is Jeremy Fowler credible? Yes. He is definitely a credible source, man. He has broken a lot of news. He works for ESPN. If there was one credible source, it's Jeremy frickin' Fowler. He's on the same caliber as Schefter and Rappaport. So definitely don't look at this as like, who's Fowler? Who cares what he has to say? No, he's credible. He's credible. And shout out to U Stadium for getting him on his spaces to let us know about what he's been hearing. You watched Sauce live? Yes, I watched 2 hours of it, actually. It was freaking awesome. Man, they were freestyling, playing Madden. That was hilarious, bro. Are they still live right now? I don't even know. Rodgers should take a pay cut for the first 1 to 2 years since y'all's team is low on defense. And that's what they're figuring out, man. The Jets are trying to figure out, like, okay, how much money are we taking on? Because, by the way, this Rodgers contract is the highest contract out of any quarterback in terms of average per year. So the cap hit for this season is not that high, but there's a lot of financial complications in terms of future. The year after this season, even the year after that. I mean, if you go look up Rodgers' contract, it's an annual salary of $51 million per year, but there's a lot of cash and a lot of cap. It's complicated stuff that we don't really need to worry about just in terms of just fans. I mean, some of you guys probably are cap experts, but the good thing is the cap hit for the Jets with getting Aaron Rodgers is not going to be that high. The cap hit's going to increase a couple years after that unless they can restructure it. And that's why this is taking so long. That's why it's been a little bit of a stretched out process. But this kind of does make me wonder, did Rodgers make his decision yet, though? Because I thought that's what we were waiting for. Are we waiting for Rodgers to make his mind on if he wants to come to the Jets? Did he already make up his mind and he just hasn't told anybody yet, and the Jets are keeping it quiet, and the Jets and the Packers are trying to figure out the last bit of financial compensation? I don't know. Now, another thing that's interesting about this is that there might be players involved in the trade coming to the Jets from the Packers. Is it Bakhtiari? Is it Randall Cobb? Is it a young player? What's it going to be? Right? So, I like it. What's your thoughts on Berrios? So, Michael, I actually made a whole dedicated video to the news of Braxton Berrios being cut if you want to get my raw reaction to it in depth. But long story short, I saw it coming, but I still would be lying to you guys if I wasn't a little just, I saw it coming, but it just sucks that it had to end that way because Braxton was a fan favorite last year. We all loved him and unfortunately had a disappointing second half of the season, which resulted in him being cut. So hopefully they can get a new kick returner, man. I love Braxton. I really do. And I know some of you guys, Richie, he's trash. He did this. I hear you guys. I know he kind of regressed this year. I know that. But I still love the man. I love Braxton. He was a fan favorite. And hopefully he gets a good gig wherever he goes. Hit that like button for A-Rod. Listen to Jet Life. Hit that like button for A-Rod. If you want Rodgers to come to the Jets, you got to hit the like button. Yes, sir. If you want that man to come to the Jets, you got to hit the like button. Let's see it, baby. Would take Cobb over Davis. Cobb would replace Berrios. We could keep Davis and get Cobb because we don't have a backup slot behind Elijah now. So that's where Cobb would come in. Bakhtiari and Cobb, I think maybe Tanyan too. I mean, our tight end room is pretty crowded. I don't think we need Tanyan. But give me Cobb, bro. What a year so far. Revis and Klecko in the hall. Cherry on top is getting Rodgers. Let's go. And Garrett Wilson and Sauce being rookie of the year. If y'all get Rodgers, y'all will be a great team. Thank you, Xavier. Well, we hope we get him, man. I say we draft JSN. Hey, for any of you guys that was in the stream earlier when I said I want the Jets to draft JSN, and some of you guys in the chat were like, I don't think they should do that because then Garrett Wilson will be upset because he wants this to be his. They don't want to overcrowd the receiver room. Well, guess what? On Sauce's live stream today, they were talking about who they want at 13, and Garrett Wilson said, I want JSN, and he would win Rookie of the Year with the Jets if we drafted him. So that tells you how much Garrett wants his teammate from Ohio State to come to the Jets. I'm down for that. Down for that. Also, according to Fowler, look at the bottom tweet. I don't get the sense a lot of high picks will be involved. Mentioned a second and change. That's big. If we can hold on to that 13th overall pick, bro, because there's a lot of conflicting reports, guys. So please take all these reports with a grain of salt, because there was a report that the Packers are trying to get a first-round pick. Oh, wait, but the blah, blah, blah. So it's really complicated to figure out what the actual thing is going to happen if it does, right? Is it still possible that we can get Lamar Jackson? The only way we get Lamar Jackson is if Aaron Rodgers decides to retire and he wants to stay with the Green Bay Packers. Then we'll pivot to potentially getting Lamar. But we're full court press on Rodgers right now. We're not even – the Jets are not even thinking about Lamar Jackson. They are all in on Aaron Rodgers, I'm sure. We snag Rodgers, we win Super Bowl in the next 2 years. Yes. Another talented A-Rod coming to NY with established polarizing personality. This should be good. Alex Rodriguez. Olave and Wilson said that JSN was better than both of them. Yeah, bro. I mean, imagine the Garrett Wilson and JSN duo for the next 4 years. Randall Cobb to replace Berrios. Yep, you see the vision. Problem with back is asking the Packers to take on another $20 million in dead cap. Yeah, I don't know if Bakhtiari is actually going to happen. Dwayne Brown's returning. We got Mekhi Becton. We got Max Mitchell. Like, where is Bakhtiari going to fit? I'm down for it, but I don't know if that's going to fit. Man, Richie, I just want this to be over with. How much longer do you think until this becomes official? I say it happens hopefully tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the day, or over the weekend for sure. When you expect the trade to happen? I think tomorrow or the next day. Or the next day. Or the next day. And shout out to all my Knicks fans in the chat. We got a Knicks game starting in a half hour because they're on the West Coast tonight. So that's something you got to keep in mind. So, according to Jeremy Fowler, you guys see the tweets on the screen, man. We will find out if it happens. And the big thing is, like I said, at the top of the show, if the money is what's holding this deal back, that means it's going to happen because they just need to figure it out, and figuring it out takes time. Do you think Elijah Moore could be part of the compensation? No. Jeremy Fowler said that the players involved would be Packers players coming to the Jets, not Jets players going to the Packers to work it out financially. Do you golf? I do not golf. Any talks of us sending players to Green Bay? No, apparently not. Jack talks Jets. Up, Richie? What's up, my man? We need to get Tremaine Edmonds at linebacker. That would be great, but that's going to be a steep price. I saw a report today that he's looking for around $15 million per year, which I don't blame him. That man's 24 years old and has 5 seasons under his belt. And he's a stud. I don't think the Jets can afford him. Do we try and sign OBJ? Me personally, I wouldn't do it. A lot of it depends on if we get Rodgers or not, obviously. But if I'm honest, I'd rather draft a receiver than get OBJ. If we don't sign any OTs, then would you still draft JSN? Nah. Offensive line comes first. Offensive line is the priority. If we address the offensive tackle spot in free agency, or if you have the trade market before the NFL draft, that's what the pick has to be. But if it's addressed, you get JSN. Would you rather Lazard or Cobb? Well, right now, moving on from Berrios, it makes sense to get Cobb. If we move off of Corey Davis, it makes sense to get Lazard, right? Why draft the receiver? We already have the weapons in that zone. Yeah, we do have the weapons in that zone, no doubt about it. But we need to look for the future of this receiver room as well. Garrett Wilson's our number one. Elijah Moore is here for 2 more years on the cheap deal. Denzel Mims is here for 1 more year. Corey Davis could be cut. So if you move on from Corey Davis, then all of a sudden you have 2 holes at the receiver room. And you need to have another long-term solution there next to Garrett Wilson. This is a league where you need to have a lot of receivers. This isn't just a one-receiver league anymore. You look at all the top offenses. The Eagles, they have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You know, I think the Chiefs are kind of an outlier just because they're the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs. They got Kelsey, and they proved they don't need a number 1 bona fide receiver. But, you know, you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in the division. I think Bills fans can say that they would really hope that they can get another weapon next to Diggs because Gabe Davis didn't step up this season. The Patriots have no talent at the receiver room. And I think Elijah Moore has what it takes to be, you know, the B to the A of Garrett Wilson. But I think that the more weapons, the better, especially when you're in a win-now mindset with Aaron Rodgers. Mims and Moore are meh. JSN is a beast. I wouldn't say Moore is meh. I think Moore is good, but JSN is great. I mean, JSN's like Garrett Wilson level. Like, why wouldn't you want another Garrett Wilson on this team? Imagine having 2 of them, but not the same play style, different. They know Cobb is coming with that Berrios was cut. We'll see. David Bakhtiari, you can definitely see that, but with Dwayne Brown coming back, I don't know. Looks like Cobb is part of the deal. Could well be. Rodgers demanding O-line. There is not a chance in hell he comes to play behind our line. He's not stupid. Don't get our line doesn't get enough credit, I think. Well, I didn't phrase that right. I think a big reason why our offensive line stunk this year was more about the injuries than the talent. I think if we were a healthy offensive line, it would have been good, and that's definitely part of it. But I think that the injuries, right? If AVT was healthy, if Mekhi Becton was healthy, the offensive line is way better. Oh, that felt good. Stay hydrated, folks. Sauce Gardner video dropping at 10 p.m. Facts. I can't wait for that. Rodgers best friends with Bakhtiari. I know. Richie, how you doing? Well, how you doing, Roasted Egg? I'm doing good. Quan Alexander or Quincy Williams? This is a tough question. Give me both. But I think Quincy has more upside. I love Quan, though, bro. I love Quan. It's hard to choose. Moore is going to be good. So if we get Rodgers, can't wait. Let's go. Oh, my man Dylan. What up, Dylan? Hope all is well with you, my man. Moore is going to get so good if we get Rodgers. You're 100% right. Shout out to Dylan. Richie, you're a great Jets fan. Well, guess what, Roasted Egg? You're a great Jets fan. Richie, do you have some type of deal with the NFL? How you always got that nice Jets trip? I do not have the deal with the NFL. I just know where to go to get my nice Jets stuff. It means a lot to me. What is Sauce's channel called? I think it's just Sauce Gardner. Moore was open a lot last year. Mike LaFleur had a vendetta. That's what it felt like. Does JSN injury history bother you? I'm getting D. Milner vibes, being we drafted him knowing he had prior injuries. Yeah, I mean, definitely the injury thing you got to put in consideration. Trade for Devontae Adams. Now, this is an interesting one. Don't see it happening. I don't see the Raiders moving on from him. Oh my God. I don't know why I feel so dehydrated. Rube with the $5. Thank you, my friend. First dono of the night. I don't know if this has been asked, but with Zadarius Smith asking for a release from the Vikings, do you think he wants to join the Jets with Rodgers? Hey, one thing I will say, and Sauce Gardner said it on his stream. If we get Rodgers, we're going to start being the team that free agents want to go to. We're going to be that team like, okay, the Jets are going all in for the Super Bowl this year, and all the top veterans that's available would probably take pay cuts to come if they want a ring. If you have a player that puts winning before money, they're going to come to the Jets. Kind of similar to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they got Tom Brady, right? You saw a lot of veterans go that way. And I mean, the Bucs had a great team when he got there. But I think that the Jets are going to become a destination that players are going to gravitate towards, like a Zadarius Smith, like an Odell Beckham Jr., right? So don't sleep on that. Not saying I would want all those players, but that's something that's pretty cool. If the Jets become the cool destination to be at, how about that? Raiders package Adams to get number 1 pick from Chicago. No, it's not happening. Hey, no, not happening. They're going to keep Devontae. Sources say Jets deciding to go the Lamar route. Me, I'm sources. Should I start pretending to have sources, guys? No, I would never do that. I hate when people do that, by the way. Biggest pet peeve of mine. If you're on Twitter pretending to have sources, like, come on, be better. Like, this, like, why? What do you get from that? Like, what do you get from pretending to know that you have sources? Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers. Let's go. Oof. Give me that twice a year. Give me it 3 times this season because I want to verse the Bills in the playoffs. Well, that means the Jets are in the playoffs. Would we go for D-Hop? Definitely on the table, but I don't think they're going to go after D-Hop. Bro, but can you imagine that? D-Hop next to Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore? Okay. Keenan Allen's elite. Do we keep Mike White as backup? Mike White's gone. It's going to cost too much to keep him. Unless Mike White wants to stay for cheap, then yeah, 100%. The more quarterback depth, the better. So if Mike White doesn't ask for a lot of money, we can get him on another cheap contract, and we roll it with Rodgers, Mike White, and Zach Wilson as our quarterback room. I'm 100% in on that. ABAT03, $5 says Becton, Mims, or Davis going Rodgers and Bakhtiari coming. I don't think the Jets are not trading away Becton, Mims, or Davis. Don't think so. According to the reports, the Jets are getting Packers players and they're not including their own. So that's the reason for that. Sauce Gardner is uploading his video. Why is he adding Aaron Rodgers? First YouTube video dropping at 10 p.m. I was going to drop it at 12:12, but that's too long of a wait. At Aaron Rodgers. Oh, my God. What is this video going to be about? Imagine it's like Rodgers in the video announcing he's going to be a Jet. That's definitely not happening, but imagine. Jimmy Casket, my man. He says, Jets low diff Bills with Rodgers. Come on now. Jets blow low diff. I'm assuming you mean we're going to beat the Bills at Rodgers? I agree. We beat the Bills with Zach Wilson, so there's no reason why we can't beat the Bills with Aaron Rodgers. Hello, Che. Hello, Rodgers. Do you think the Jets are Super Bowl contenders with Rodgers? Yes, I do. I don't think they're. Oh, I'm frozen, boys and girls. What's good, Richie? Yo, I'm frozen, but I know you can still hear me. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. We got some technical difficulties here, eh? Come on, baby. All right, let's not let that happen again. Not this again. It's just Sauce capitalizing on this so people will watch his video. Oh, nothing about Rodgers will be the video. Yeah, I agree, Louis. Sauce he knows what he's doing. CJ Garner-Jackson. That's another potential free agent target. It's funny because Jets fans are like, we don't really care. And I'm like, no, of course we care, but we're not talking a lot about free agents because we just care about a quarterback. That's it. That freestyling was great from Wilson. Yeah, if you guys watched Sauce Gardner's live stream on Twitch, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and Sauce Gardner, they were freestyling, and it was hilarious. Sauce Gardner was always on the mic, and he was always freestyling, but Garrett Wilson was actually good. Breece Hall wasn't, and Breece Hall said something. It was such a funny moment. Breece Hall was like, give me a word. And the word was like, back or something. He's like, I put the team on my back. And he looked at Sauce. He's like, and Sauce is my bae. And then they all start cracking, and Sauce is like, what do you mean by that? What? And then it was just hilarious, bro. That was so funny. Diggs going to watch Jets AFC trophy celebration. Oh, my God, Jimmy. That's a good one. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that, Jimmy. Please, please, please take Rodgers off our hands. How about this? Please, please, please give us Aaron Rodgers. Possible package deals as mentioned. A second-round pick this year, a conditional pick next year, and we get back Rodgers and some type of player. Tomorrow should be the day. Let's hope, Josh. Let's freaking hope. Cross those fingers. Jordan Poyer to the Jets. I don't see that happening, but anything's possible. We're going to be on Sunday Night Football this season finally. Yeah. We're going to be on Sunday Night Football this year for sure. If we get Rodgers. No doubt about it. Multiple times. Actually. We got to sign Adam Thielen. I see Adam Thielen's name being thrown around there a lot. Apparently Rodgers and Thielen are pretty close, and Thielen could be getting moved on from the Vikings. What are you going to throw an unlimited lifetime supply of powder? This is a good one, Michael. I like this. Thoughts on Chuck Clark. So I made a dedicated video of my deep thoughts of Chuck Clark the moment the trade happened on my YouTube channel, if you want to check that out. But my overall thoughts is it's a good move, and I think that getting a starter for a $4 million cap hit for a 7th-round pick next year is a steal, especially one that's in the prime of his career. I mean, we just got a starter. That's a Swiss Army versatile weapon on defense at a position of need, by the way. Deep thoughts. Wow, Richie, nice. What do you mean? Do you think Rodgers will have the same exact outcome as Brett Favre? I hope not, because Brett Favre was 8-3 with the Jets and got hurt. So let's hope that doesn't happen. I want Aaron Rodgers to be 8-3 and then stay healthy. I'm a Packers fan. Get Rodgers out of here. We'll take him. What up, my boy? What up? How much cap do you need to clear for Rodgers? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this cap hit's only around 19 mil, though. Yo, if you guys could do me a favor, we have 368 people watching right now. Everybody hit that like button right now for your boy. Let's get it going. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's go. Let's get 100 likes. We have 99 likes. We can get to 100. Who wants to be the 100th like? Who wants to do it? Oh, all right. We got it. I love it. Also, subscribe, baby. Let's get it going. Thank you. Thank you. Clark is a free safety or a strong safety? So he's both. He's more suited to play down at the line of scrimmage. I would say strong safety, which is why some people are wondering the future of Whitehead. But he could play both. How much is his cap hit? 15 mil, I believe. Yeah, I kind of forgot the real amount. Is it 15 mil? I think so. It's around that. Which is why the Jets had to move on from Braxton Berrios. They restructured CJ Uzama's contract, and they could be working on a restructure with Carl Lawson and Corey Davis right now. And John Franklin Myers could get his restructured as well. So I think this is going to happen tomorrow, if anything. Like, there's no way this is going to get prolonged, right? The money is the issue, so they can work it out. They can work out the money over time. And they will do just that, by the way. There's just so much momentum coming to the Jets side of things. There's so much momentum on our favor that for it to not happen, right? Rodgers to Wilson would be crazy. Yeah, you're telling me? He's a top 5 receiver in the league with Rodgers. Yeah, I said it. Anyone that thinks that's not possible, rookie of the year with 3 bad quarterbacks. Give him a future Hall of Famer. Free agency upon us. Free agency begins next week. So I'm hopeful that Rodgers comes tomorrow or over the weekend. So when free agency begins, all the free agents know that we have Aaron Rodgers. That's what I hope. That's not even a hot take. You're right, it's not. Garrett Wilson will be a top 5 receiver with Aaron Rodgers if he's healthy. Maybe it's all done and Rodgers wants it reported Friday. Well, what's not done apparently is the money. And that takes time between the Packers and the Jets side of things. Garrett Wilson would be a must-have in fantasy next season. I could see, this is a good point from Shadow Realm. I could see Garrett Wilson being like a second-round pick in fantasy. Like a high value pick. If we got Rodgers, he's going to go really high. And I'm drafting him in every league. You know that. Breece Hall would, if Breece Hall stayed healthy all year, Breece Hall would be a first-round pick next year in fantasy. Denzel Mims is going to be a beast for Rodgers. I love the Mims love. He deserves it, man. He deserves some love. Well, he has to prove it, but I want that man to get some love. Also, Fowler also said that we are the Car's preferred destination. Well, apparently we were. But the Jets decided to just tell him that he's our second option. So we pivoted to the Saints. Which is why these reports, guys, you have to take them all like at face value. You can't read it and think it's 110% factual. I'm just here to give you guys my thoughts of these reports, right? I'm not saying these are 100% factual. So, right? This year's draft is crucial for the Jets. Late round gems have to be discovered. Yes. Do you think adding vet wide receivers for Rodgers will hurt the development of our young core? I do not, because they're going to still get playing time. Elijah Moore is going to be playing and Garrett Wilson is going to be playing, even if they add vets. Y'all ready for the Super Bowl? Oh, yeah. I want D-Hop. All right, Devin, I see you. Hi, I just subscribed to the channel. I'm following you as a Dolphins fan. Well, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you subscribing to Jets Media as a Dolphins fan. Thank you, bro. Richie, when Davis is traded, I'm telling you, he'll be a problem. Nah, he's not getting traded. He'll be a problem with us. Like, honestly, thinking of Corey Davis with the Jets with Aaron Rodgers gets me pretty pumped. Like, Corey Davis is no scrub. Oh, here we go. In the chat, you're all going to say, Richie, he's a bum. He can't catch. I can already see it. Whenever I say one good thing about Corey Davis, you guys attack me. How much leeway are you going to give the front office and ownership if they bungle this? Listen, if the Jets don't land Rodgers, I don't know if I could blame the Jets front office because they have done everything they possibly can to bring him to the Jets. Like, what more could they have done? They literally flew across the damn country for 6 hours just to talk to him in person, right? They've done everything to get him. So I don't think it's a front office blunder. It's just unfortunate that he didn't want to come here. Wake up to you live. Getting ready for bed, you live. No better Jets content creator than you. Respect and thank you. Anthony, thank you, my friend. That's pretty dope. You wake up to me live and you're getting ready for bed and I'm live. It's going to be the same thing tomorrow, probably. I appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate the donation. Everyone give my man Anthony some dono hype in the chat. Let's go. So the Knicks are going to start soon. I got to record the game so I can watch it after the stream because I don't want to end the stream anytime soon. I think I can record it from my phone. Yeah, but then I'm going to be live and you guys are going to be updating the game, like tell me the score. Like, don't do that. Zach Wilson will be better with a veteran play caller. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it, baby. We are awaiting the news. No fake news in the chat, by the way. Your ass goes in timeout. Jets should give Rodgers a sacrifice goat with their compensation package because Rodgers would like that. Let's go Mets. Always, baby. Oh, my camera. We're back. Come on. Chuck Clark is a great upgrade. Yes, he is. It's a great trade. Throw in some ayahuasca. Hell yeah. Anything to bring in Rodgers, bro. I'll do some psychedelics with Rodgers if that means he'll come here. I want to be live when the news breaks. That's my problem. I want to be live with you guys when the news breaks. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I want to be live when the news breaks. So bad. So maybe the news will happen now. Watch, it's going to happen tonight. Now that I'm manifesting it, it's going to happen tonight, baby. Let's go. Stay live 24/7. I should stay live even when I'm sleeping. So I can say, should I do that, guys? Should I just stay live all night? This was me last night. I got an ESPN breaking news update last night, and it was Sean Kemp being arrested. I was like, what? My heart sank. I looked at my phone. I see breaking news. And I'm like, and I read it, and it's Sean Kemp being arrested. Like, I care about Sean Kemp. Like, come on. Oh, my gosh. If it breaks, now we stay up all night. Oh, yeah, baby. What up, gang? We getting Lamar or what? We're getting Rodgers, bro. You need Jack to be in your room staying up when you sleep to keep up with the news. Yeah. The NY Bully with the $10 dono. My man, the NY Bully, the OG, the man who's been sending donations since the beginning of my channel. Thank you, brother. If there's one wide receiver that you could trade for without breaking the bank to give AR another great target, who would it be? Also, do you think Whitehead gets cut? If so, who do we pair with Chuck Clark? That's a good question. I don't know how much D-Hop would cost. I mean, is that breaking the bank, D-Hop? You also have to think of what receiver would be available. I don't know if D-Hop would be super, super expensive. I think it would be like more like a third and a fifth, maybe a second. I don't know if D-Hop's going to happen. I'm on the wavelength, though, of drafting a receiver high rather than trading for one. You get the offensive line in free agency, you draft the receiver. That's what I would prefer. And when it comes to the safety position, listen, the safety room is deeper than people think. Tony Adams is a stud in my eyes. I think he has a lot of upside. We still got Ashton Davis. We got Will Parks. We got Jordan Whitehead. And now we have Chuck Clark. That's 5 safeties I just mentioned. And LaMarcus Joyner is a free agent, so he's most likely out of here. So if you cut Whitehead, like you're saying, then we do have another hole to fill. Is it Tony Adams and Chuck Clark as their starting safeties? Most likely not. Are they going to get rid of Whitehead and then all of a sudden we're going to have another hole to fill? Maybe. But this is great questions. Everybody answer the NY Bullies question in the chat. Appreciate you, my man. Really do. It means a lot. What's the deal with Carter? What do you mean? What's the deal with Carter? I would cut Whitehead if I could get Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward would be pretty good. Cobb and Bakhtiari are BFF with Rodgers. 100%. The Adam Schefter tweet and the Jets made a trade got me. Luckily, I wasn't on my phone for that. I saw the news later. Charles, great member of the channel. Thank you, my friend, with the $5. Richie, if our beloved New York Jets land Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to party with a whole bunch of hot, sexy women. Yes, Charles. This is the energy we like to see. I want to see you partying with a bunch of hot and sexy women. Let's see it, Charles. I am hoping that it happens just for this, now that I know that this is what your plan is. You better invite me to this party. I'm down. Let's do it, Charles. I'm in. That's hilarious. Do you have Corey Davis staying? If not, who's your replacement? Good question. Corey Davis would free up $10 million. Now, the plus of getting rid of Corey Davis is the finances. The negative is now we have 2 holes at the receiver room. And the negative as well is the receiver market is getting more expensive by the day. $10 million for Corey Davis is very cheap. So if you move on from Corey Davis and you want to bring in a free agent wide receiver, it's going to cost you more than $10 million unless you go the route of the draft. Honestly, I don't know how they do that. I think, Corey Davis is a quality veteran, and he's a weapon that would be beneficial with Aaron Rodgers. So you could definitely see the Jets keeping him. But if they really feel like that they want to revamp this offense completely, getting rid of Corey Davis is definitely an option. Would you cut Carl Lawson? Now, this is something I would not do. I understand you say $15 million. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, though, and I don't want to make it sound like I want to keep everybody, but Carl Lawson had a career-high sack total last season coming off an Achilles injury. He didn't have an offseason to get into shape. This is an offseason where he can be full-on training. Last offseason, he was rehabbing. There's another level to Carl Lawson, and the edge rusher position is the most pivotal position on this Jets defense. Keeping Carl Lawson to be huge because there's another level to his game. We want this defense to be as good as possible. You're not replacing Carl Lawson with anybody as good as him. I know that we got Jermaine Johnson, we got Michael Clemens, we got John Franklin Myers, and I love those people. But keep the rotation as it was. And Bryce Huff, of course. Let's go. Restructure Carl Lawson. Don't cut him. New York Jeff. What's up, Jeff? Thank you for the $5. He says, if we get Rodgers, I'm going to party with a lot of alcohol, drinking out of shape men. There, I said it. Can't wait. Wait a second. Did I read that wrong? If we get Rodgers, I'm going to party with a lot of alcohol, drinking out of shape men. I love it. You do you, New York Jeff. That's gonna be that's a funny image right there. Are you an out of shape man as well? It's funny. Thank you for the $5, my man. Means a lot. Jesse Bates and Chuck Clark. Yeah. Richie, with your first round pick, would you rather draft a safety or another corner to pair with Sauce? So my man Anthony, I know you're not a Jets fan, so I don't blame you for not knowing this, but we are set at corner. The corner that we are paired up with Sauce Gardner is very good, and his name is DJ Reed. DJ Reed played all 17 games last season, and he was one of the most underrated corners in the NFL, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Jets fan. Go look at the stats. It backs it up. DJ Reed was graded as a really high player, and we are completely good at the cornerback room. The best free agent signing the Jets have had in 5 years has been DJ Reed last season. So we are good at corner. So no, we're not going to draft another corner. And we're good at the slot too. We have Michael Carr the second. Sauce Gardner's video's out. What's the title? Let's see it. Let's check it out. It's not out yet. Oh, here it is. I burned the cheesehead. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. Oh, my God. All right, we got to watch this. We're watching the Sauce video. We're watching Sauce's new video. Okay, what am I watching? Okay, Aaron Rodgers better be a Jet. That's my first instinct. Aaron Rodgers better be a Jet after watching the first 20 seconds of that video. We cannot have Sauce make this video if Aaron Rodgers is not coming here. All right, Sauce is going to burn the cheesehead. You guys watching this too? I can't show you the video because I'll get copyrighted. But Sauce is going to burn his cheesehead. So it's Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and Sauce burning cheese. He's asking them how they feel about Rodgers coming. Okay, I gotta pause it again. Like, this is a little crazy. This is here. I'll put the link in the chat so you guys can watch it too. I'm sure you guys are like, Richie, where is this video? Where is this video? But right away, I'm like, okay, this better freaking happen, bro. All right, I just pinned it. Hold on, I'm gonna just do something real quick. I'm looking for something. Stay with me, everybody. Stay with me. Woo! All right, hold on 1 second. All right, we good. We good. All right, let's watch the rest of this video. All right, let's see the rest of this freaking sauce video. Thumbnail's fire though. Oh wow, they burning it. Jesus. This is hilarious, bro. This is so Sauce Gardner officially burned the cheesehead. Does this mean we're giving up players to Rodgers? No, I don't think so, Julian. We're gonna get players from the Packers. Reese is pumped about it. He wants it. This is hilarious, bro. All I'm saying is we better get Rodgers after this. Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right, that's the video. And my camera froze of me touching my face. Nice. We back though. We good. All right, we got Julian says, does this mean we're giving up players for Rodgers? I don't think so, man. I think the Jets are going to get Packers players. Jimmy, Zach Wilson watching the video be like, awkward. That's awkward, Jimmy. New York Jeff, $10 donation. Thank you, New York Jeff. I appreciate that. To clarify, at 51 years old and Jets depression, I used to be ripped young Jets fan, and now all my friends and I are old and out of shape. But if we get Rodgers, I will party like I'm 18 or ripped again. That's exactly what I thought you were saying, man. That's awesome. Back in your good old days in your prime, and now you're 51. That's a prime age. That's a prime age to go out there and slam some beers with your boys. Let's hope that happens for you, New York Jeff, and everyone else. Let's go. Appreciate the $10. Big time, my man. Thank you. All right, that sauce video was pretty hilarious. Thank you, New York Jeff. Just watched the video. I loved it. Me too. You can hear the butthurt in Schefter's voice when he talks about Rodgers. Yeah, man. Rodgers just completely annihilated that man. If we get AR contact, can we still afford Q? Yes. 100%. You're the best, Richie. Such dedication. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $2, Eric. And I do think we can still afford signing Q because when we extend Quinnen, the big cap hit's not going to happen for another year, a couple of years down the line. That's what that means. The cap isn't real. Just look at the Saints for evidence. That's true. Man, I don't know what's wrong with my camera, and it's driving me pretty darn crazy right now. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. You know what I gotta do, though? I gotta add a secondary camera. So when that camera buffers. All right, you guys about to see me from a different angle. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What up? Hey! Who's that on my screen? You guys see this guy? Yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers. But we're going to squeeze me into this. See, look, I got 2 cameras. Whoa! Live streams are cool, right? All right, let's edit this. Squeeze me in there. We'll keep Aaron Rodgers' face in there like that. You guys are watching some behind-the-scenes stream work. All right. And there you have it. Let's go. But we're going to cut to this camera. And if this camera freezes, we cut to the other. Big go. They mentioned Quan or defense. No, not yet. Camera might have dust in it. Maybe, man. Let's see if it feels hot. I don't know. That's weird. Richie, my man. What's up, man? That video can age like milk. Yeah, that's my first thought. I'm like, okay, Sauce, if you're going to make this video, man. Oh, crap. Sauce. I love the video, but we need to make sure that Aaron Rodgers comes here now. More than anything. I'm just sick of refreshing every minute. This needs to happen already. Me and you too, Duke. In Jody we trust. Oh, yeah. How many other free agents do you think they could afford after Rodgers if they get him? I think a lot of people are going to want to come here. I hope Huff returns. Me too, bro. Richie, go to sleep. You'll wake up to awesome news. I can't go to sleep because the Knicks just started, and I got to watch the whole Knicks game. Zadarius Smith wants to be released from the Vikings. Would you take a chance on him for the right price? Says the NY Bully for another donation. I think so. If that means we're moving off from, our linebackers, why not? If we can get him for the right price, we're going all in to win. Oh, there it goes again. Switching to this camera. Because that one's acting up. And I got to figure out, man, that's kind of annoying, bro. That's annoying, bro. What's Sauce Gardner video? It's pinned at the top of my chat. He just released his first YouTube video. What page should I keep refreshing? All right, if you have Twitter and you follow all the reporters, that's what you just got to follow the right people. Does he purchase another cheesehead if Rodgers don't come? Well, he didn't purchase that cheesehead. He stole that cheesehead when we beat the Packers in Green Bay. That was a legit cheesehead from Lambeau Field. What do you think about bringing in Adam Thielen? Yeah, I talked about this earlier. I think if Rodgers wants him, I want him. That simple. Frank Clark or nah? Nah, man, we got a deep edge room. Keep Carl Lawson, restructure him. We got Jermaine, we got Bryce Huff, we got Michael Clemens, we got JFM. We're solid there. When we sign Rodgers, we have to stay healthy. Every time something great happens for us, an impact player gets injured. Shave my head. Please stay healthy, please. Josh, you're speaking my language, man. We got to stay healthy. We just got to stay freaking healthy for once. Whew. Well, that's really all the latest reports that we got right now, guys. There's nothing else. Let's see if there's anything else to really break down. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything yet. Nothing new to report on. Nothing new to report on. Come on. Feet reveal when Rodgers comes to the Jets. My feet or Rodgers' feet? My feet ain't getting shown anywhere. Do you think the Jets get anyone else in the trade? Yeah, I do. I think there's going to be players involved. I don't know who, though. Joseph says the Jets are snake bitten. They will get Rodgers and he will break his neck diving into Sauce's pool. Joseph, come on, man. Don't think that way. I know that we are programmed to think the negative as Jets fans. I know we are. I get it. We're scarred. We're cursed. We feel like we're cursed, okay? I get it. But Joseph, it's not going to happen. Things are changing. Believe it. That's my TED Talk today. That's my damn TED Talk tonight. Woo! Let's go Jets. Hey, likes. That's pretty cool. That's the most likes we've had on the stream all day, and this is my third stream. This is my third stream today, by the way. Third! We going crazy. What time should I schedule my live stream for tomorrow? What time should I go live in the morning? Are we thinking of an early morning stream, like an 8 a.m. stream, or is that ridiculous? What are we thinking? If they want one of our young pass rushers, we're not giving up any of those players. Don't worry. Burial's replacement, Randall Cobb. Go live when trade is confirmed. Oh, you know that's going to happen already. You know that's going to happen. I'm live right when the news breaks. Hopefully, I'm home. My luck is I got a birthday party thing, like a dinner thing, Saturday night. My luck is I'm going to be out. I'm going to be dressed up. I'm going to be out at a dinner, and Rodgers a Jet. And I'm going to be like, fuck. I'm going to be very happy. But my first instinct is, damn it, I need to go live. And I'll just go live from my phone or something. What if it's a 3 a.m. trade? Well, then I'll be waking up to the news because I'm not going to be awake at 3 a.m. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, the trade's not happening tonight. Because the reports that we see here, it's about the finances that's holding this up. This is the closest I felt to happiness as a Jets fan. Hey, man, Don't forget the beginning of last year, how happy we were until we lost 6 straight, right? We are closing in on the Aaron Rodgers era. I sure hope so, man. It'll be tomorrow a.m. Watch. Hope you're right. I hope I got to set my alarm so I'm waking up early in case it breaks. I'm always up early, but just in case, you never know. I think the Jets are pushing for Green Bay to take on some of that guaranteed money. Yeah, that's the holdup, man. That's the holdup. 100% the holdup. The NY Bully, another donation. I'm not feeling that sauce video. Can't alienate your team members no matter how bad they sting. Zach could still be our future QB. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think the whole world knows that Zach's not the guy for this season. Like, we're getting our quarterback. I know where you're coming from, man. I mean, if you are Zach Wilson, you're looking at that, you're definitely like, wow. That sucks. I feel you. Yeah, you're talking about post Aaron Rodgers, bro. Yeah. I mean, if Zach Wilson's our future quarterback, that's because of Rodgers. So it's kind of like, Rodgers was a reason for it. But I hear where you're coming from, my man. I definitely hear where you're coming from. My issue with that video is that if we don't get Rodgers, that's going to look – you got to delete it. Like, you can't have that video if we don't get him. But it's okay because we're getting him. Why am I even thinking that? We're getting the man. $224 likes, baby. We going crazy tonight. Oh, my gosh. Jets fans, we are one crazy bunch. The Knicks are playing right now, and I have the game recorded, so I'm going to have to end the stream soon so I can go watch. But I'm extending the live just a little bit because I love you guys. Smash that like button. Yes, sir. Hit it. We love you, too. Well, I love you more, Alvarado. How about that? I love you guys more. Let's freaking go. All right, guys. I'm going to probably wrap up the show here. We were live for over an hour. I think this is a good sweet spot to end it. I'm going to go watch the Knicks game. Let's go Knicks. And hopefully we get a Rodgers report either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. I'll be live in the AM. So if you don't already, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I go live. So you're the first one in the building. Let's go. Hit the notification bell. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right, everyone. We're going to wrap up the show. Tomorrow will be the day. I'm manifesting it, baby. Peace out to my Jets family. Love you all. Peace.